Captain Marcus Kane had survived 3 galactic wars, countless alien encounters, and the destruction of his home colony. But nothing had prepared him for this moment, standing in a massive crystalline cell, face to face with 2 enormous dragons whose scales shimmered like molten gold in the alien prison's eerie blue light. The Zephyrians had captured him during a routine reconnaissance mission, their insectoid forms chittering with what he assumed was amusement as they dragged him through their ship's corridors. "Human," their translator had buzzed, "you will provide entertainment for our pets. They haven't fed in cycles." Now, as the dragons circled him with predatory grace, Kane felt something stir within him, not fear, but a familiar darkness he'd kept buried since the war. The larger dragon, easily 30 feet long, reared back and unleashed a torrent of superheated flame. Kane didn't flinch. Instead, he stepped forward, his cybernetic implants, military-grade modifications from his Black Ops days, activating with a subtle hum. The fire washed harmlessly over his adaptive shield generators. The dragons paused, confusion flickering in their ancient eyes. Kane smiled, and it wasn't a pleasant expression. "My turn," he whispered. His neural combat implants flooded his system with combat stims while his enhanced reflexes kicked into overdrive. The world slowed to a crawl as Kane's predator protocols engaged, systems designed not just for survival, but for efficient elimination of threats. The Zephyrians had made a critical error in their intelligence gathering. They'd assumed humans were just another weak species to be dominated. They'd never encountered a Wraith Division operative. Kane moved like liquid death, his reinforced skeleton allowing impossible feats of agility. He leaped onto the smaller dragon's neck, his monomolecular claws, hidden beneath synthetic skin, extending to pierce the creature's armored hide. The dragon shrieked as Kane's combat cocktail of neurotoxins and paralytic agents flooded its bloodstream through microscopic injectors. The larger dragon roared in fury and charged, but Kane was already moving. His tactical computer calculated attack vectors in milliseconds while his enhanced muscles propelled him in an impossible aerial maneuver. He landed on the creature's spine, driving his claws deep into nerve clusters his medical scanners had identified. Within minutes, both dragons lay paralyzed but alive on the cell floor, their eyes wide with terror as they stared at the human who'd reduced them to helpless prey. The Zephyrians watching through the observation windows had fallen silent. Kane turned toward them, his eyes now glowing with the cold light of his combat optics. Blood, not his own, dripped from his claws as they retracted. "You wanted entertainment," Kane called out, his voice carrying clearly through the cell's audio pickups. "But you forgot something important about humans." He walked toward the reinforced barrier, each step deliberate and threatening. "We didn't crawl to the top of our food chain by being prey. We got there by being the thing that everything else fears in the dark. We're not the victims in your little arena, we're the apex predators you just caged with your pets." The cell's locks began cycling open with panicked haste. The Zephyrians had realized their mistake, but Kane wasn't interested in escape anymore. His mission parameters had changed. These aliens had declared war on humanity the moment they decided to make sport of human life. As alarms began blaring throughout the ship, Kane stepped over the paralyzed dragons and moved toward the opening door. The real hunt was just beginning.